Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in today's class, elementary grade. Our textbook is Weekend 3 and today inshallah we will cover Unit 10, A Healthy Life Reading and Writing on page 78. This lesson will be presented by me, teacher Mazen Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Fawaz Al-Aqil. So let's begin. Quick revision in our last lesson. In our last lesson, we had a grammar lesson. And in this lesson, we learned how to ask questions and also how to answer those questions in the past tense. And to be more specific, these questions were about what did we do this morning? So, you can have or ask similar questions to different people to know what did they do this morning, and also you can read this question and answer yourself about what did you do this morning. So here we're going to read different activities about the things that you did this morning, and you only have two options to answer. Either you would say yes or no. So let's start with the first question. The first question is about something, whether you did it or not this morning. So number one, or the first question is, did you get up early this morning? Did you get up early this morning? So here we have the first question. So let me ask you, did you get up early this morning? Here after you listening to a question that starts with did, you only have two options to answer. Either you would say, yes, I got up early this morning, or you would say, no, I didn't get up early this morning. So these questions about what we did this morning are always written in the past tense. So in the question, we use the past tense by using the question word, which is did. Did you get up early this morning? And with the answer, if we said yes, we don't have to use did. We have to change the verb to the past, like this one. Yes, I got up early this morning. And if your answer is no, then here we need to use did. We should say, no, I didn't get up early this morning. So keep these in mind. If you want to make question, you start with did. And if the answer is yes, you don't have to add did. Just say the verb in the past. And your answer is no, then here you need to add did, as in didn't. So let's read and listen first to the second question. The second question we have is, did you drink milk this morning? Did you drink milk this morning? If the answer is yes, then yes, I drank milk this morning. Or no, I didn't drink milk this morning. So here is a similar example where when we ask a questions in the past, we start with the question word did. Did you drink milk this morning? If the answer is yes, then we don't have to add did. Here we should use only the verb in the past, which is drank. Yes, I drank milk this morning. And if the answer is no, then here we need to add did, like, no, I did not drink milk this morning. Now let's read the third question. The third question, number 3. Did you eat breakfast this morning? Did you eat breakfast this morning? If the answer is yes, we would say, yes, I ate breakfast this morning. Or, no, I didn't eat breakfast this morning. So here is the same. we start the question with a question word, did, and then we use the verb as it is. Did you eat breakfast this morning? If the answer is yes, we don't have to add did. We only use the verb in the past. Yes, I ate breakfast this morning. And if the answer is no, then here we need to bring did. We need to use did by saying, no, I did not or I didn't eat breakfast this morning. Now let's talk about the last question we have for this list. Number 4. Did you brush your teeth this morning? Did you brush your teeth this morning? If the answer is yes, we would say, yes, I brushed my teeth this morning. And if the answer is no, we would say, no, I didn't brush my teeth this morning. So here is another example. We start with a question word, which is did. Did you brush your teeth this morning? If the answer is yes, you would say, yes, I brushed my teeth. Here we don't have, if the answer is yes, we don't have to use did. And if the answer is no, then here we need to add did. We need to say, no, I didn't brush my teeth this morning. So these are all the questions we can ask about what did you do this morning. So you can ask or use all of these questions to ask whether your classmate or your family member or one of your friends. Ask them these questions. Did you? And then you start mentioning the activities. Did you get up early? Did you drink milk? Did you pray al-Fajr prayer? Or did you sleep early? Or did you, like for example, drink milk and eat breakfast and brush your teeth? And make sure and listen to their answers, their real answers, because their real answers will be either they would say, yes, I did, or no, I didn't. This is what will help you to understand these questions, to be able to ask at least 2 questions in the past, and also it will help you learn how to answer any of these questions. So after this, after we showed these examples, we said that we have a list about the regular verbs that we used in these questions and answers, and also the irregular verbs. And what we said, the differences between them is that in regular verbs, these are the verbs that follow one rule, which is adding ed to each verb, adding ed to each of these verbs. And one of the other irregular verbs are the verbs that do not accept to be added to this list. They have, each of these verbs, they have their own form of past tense. So now, let's listen and read the verbs in the irregular verbs in the past, or the regular verbs in the past, and then we will listen and read to the irregular verbs in the past. So let's start from this list. Regular verbs. Play in the present and played in the past. Play, played. Talk, talked. Brush, brushed. Watch, watched. These are all the regular verbs that we only have to, in these regular verbs, we only have to add ed to each of these verbs to be regular verbs. Now let's read or let's listen to the irregular verbs, where each one of these verbs have their own form of the past. So, irregular verbs, the first one is, Get up in the present and got up in the past. Get up, got up. Eat, ate. Do, did. Go to bed, went to bed. Drink, drank. So all of these verbs are the verbs in the past, but we do call them the irregular verbs. So all of these verbs are the verbs that we use in the past, but we call them the irregular verbs, the verbs that we should not add ed to them because they are irregular. They have their own form. But with these verbs, here we only add ed to them, so we can use them in the past tense in questions and also in answers. So it's very important that we differentiate between regular and irregular verbs. So after this, what we did is that we say we have a verb game, where in this game, we're going to listen to different sentences from if we gather with a classmate in our class or with a family member. So either the teacher or the elder member say a sentence. That sentence should include one of these verbs. Then what we need to do is to circle the verb. For example, if I said, I drank milk this morning. I drank milk this morning. Then what you have to do here is to look for the verb drank, and here you go. You make a circle. For example, if I said, I stayed up late yesterday. I stayed up late. Then here we have to look for the verb stayed, and here we make a circle. We make a circle to the verb. And to make it more interesting, we can play the second thing, which is verb game 2, where here we don't have to circle, but we have to write to the verb that we listen to. For example, if I said, I ate breakfast, then we go to the table and here we write the verb ate. We write the verb ate. And we can write much of these verbs as long as we hear them. Try this. It will be an interesting game to play. Now, let's get to know our objectives in today's lesson. At the end of this lesson, we hope that you will be able to read and practice the early to bed chant. So please open your books on page 78. I would like you please to open your books on page 78. Now on page 78, what we're going to do, we're going to listen, read, and then chant the chant that is called early to bed. So let's start listening and reading this chant. Early to bed. Early to bed and early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. So let's read again the first part. I'm going to point and I would like you to follow. Early to bed. Early to bed and early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. So it here says in the first part, if you go to bed early, you will wake up early to rise. And what does that will make you? It will make you healthy, wealthy, and also wise, which means smart. So this is how important is it to go to bed early. Let's listen one more time to this part. Early to bed and early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Now, let's listen to the second part that is called late to bed. Let's listen. Late to bed and late to rise makes you sleepy, grumpy, and tired. So Now let's read it. I'm going to point, and I would like you to follow with me while I'm pointing. So, late to bed. Late to bed and late to rise makes you sleepy, grumpy, and tired. So here in the second part, what it does say that if you are late to bed and if you wake up late, what does this will make you? It will make you sleepy, that you want to go to bed all the time, and also it will make you grumpy, in a bad mood, and also it will make you tired, cannot do any activities, and don't want to do anything. So this is how bad is it to go to bed late. Let's listen to it one more time, and then we're going to listen to the whole chant for the last time. Late to bed. Late to bed and late to rise makes you sleepy, grumpy, and tired. So now let's listen again to the whole chant. I would like you to listen and chant it with me. Early to bed. Early to bed and early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Late to bed, and late to rise makes you sleepy, grumpy, and tired. So try to practice this in pairs. Just imagine the first person says early to bed first, then the other person will say late to bed, and then you can switch. You can have different rules. Try this chant. It will be interesting. So at the end, I hope that you can read and practice the early to bed chant by yourself. So now, we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.